Welcome back. I'm Michael Owen Mashane for WillDoDaily.com. Question: have you ever used a to-do list? I know I have. Almost everybody makes to-do lists. But what if I told you that your to-do list could be holding you back from achieving your goals? And guess what else? Sometimes leaving an item on your to-do list unfinished can make it more likely that you'll finish your goal in the long run. Now, you may think that you already know the problem with to-do lists, like they can be long and overwhelming or take a lot longer to finish than you think. But I'm not talking about the stress and time management problems with to-do lists. The secret to how to-do lists can keep you back from achieving your goals is our need for closure.
I am over you. And that, my friend, is what they call closure.
Okay, that's not exactly what I'm talking about. What I mean is what psychologists call cognitive closure. It's the feeling of accomplishment you get when you check off an item on your to-do list. You feel like your life is under control and organized, and it gives you a little buzz. In fact, in your brain, the chemical dopamine, the pleasure chemical, is released. It's the same chemical that's released when you eat ice cream, get a lot of likes on Facebook, or spend time with someone you love. But it's also the same chemical that's released when people use addictive drugs. And just like an addiction to other things, you can become addicted to your to-do list. That little buzz, the reward you get every time you check off an item, can actually lead you astray. You can end up spending a lot of time seeking the thrill of checking off those items instead of working on your big goals in life. For example, let's say your goal is to start a new business. You get up in the morning, you're ready to work on it, but you've got a to-do list. You start working on laundry, dishes, answering emails, drop the dry cleaning off. At the end of the day, you haven't spent time on your big goal, your business, but you may still feel like you accomplished a lot because of all the items on your to-do list. If you are a person who loves the feeling of completeness, of closure from checking off items on your to-do list, it's so important that you make sure your to-dos are aligned with your goal. Otherwise, you will end up on the wrong track. Now, here's a little bit of black magic. How you can use that need for closure and the feeling of reward to keep you on track to complete your goal. And the trick is, when you're working on something, leave it a little bit unfinished. I'll give you an example. Let's say you have to write a paper for school, or maybe you're working on your life stream of writing a book. When you're working day by day, as you finish for the day, you'll probably stop at the end of a paragraph, at the end of a chapter, maybe the end of a section. But what if you stopped right in the middle of a sentence? How would you feel? Well, you'd probably know in your mind how the sentence is supposed to end, and it'd probably stick in your head the rest of the night. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable that you didn't finish that sentence and like it's nagging you, it's still on your mind. But guess what? The next morning, it's going to be so easy to start again. You'll already be thinking about it, and you'll know exactly what to type in. You'll finish that sentence. And if starting is the hardest part for you, then you've overcome that. You've already got to start, and it's much easier to keep writing at that point. Well, you can apply this to other things. If you're working on trying to start exercising, one of the biggest tips people say is to get all of your exercise stuff ready the day before. You know, if you plan to go to the gym in the morning, you need to eat breakfast, get your workout clothes, pack a change of clothes for the day, and maybe a drink or smoothie. When you wake up in the morning, you may not feel like doing those things. If you've done it all ahead of time and have it ready, but unfinished, you haven't actually gone to the gym, it's much easier to start and follow through. Well, What about your goals? Is there a way that you can apply the need for closure? Is there something that you could leave a little bit unfinished to make it easier to start the next day? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Quick update. If you watched my last video, you heard the story of the watermelon seed. Well, good news, I finally overcame all of my noble obstacles. I disregarded my to-do list, and I planted that watermelon seed with my son, and we had a great time. If you need help with your noble obstacles and to-dos, if you want a science-based system to get your goals from start to finish, check out willdodaily.com. I give you the tools to increase your motivation, productivity, and happiness. Now, next time I'll be talking about one question that can make all the difference in the world in getting your goals accomplished. And it's only one word. By asking this one question, you can increase your motivation, a fact proven by a lot of science, and help yourself focus on your goals and not get distracted. Now, you may think the most important question about goals is what? What is my goal? What do I want to do? What is my purpose? But you'd be wrong. Check out my next video to find out the one question that can help you get your goals to reality.